Hi guys, it's Mystic from Down Under. I'm going to be doing a reading for the collective today. I hope everybody's really well and doing good and looking after themselves. Oh, look at that. It just fell. The King of Cups just came out. Okay? Now I do feel that somebody's going to come towards you guys. I really do. Some of you are ready for love because you have been pouring into yourself. It says, I am my own anchor. So you may be feeling really grounded. You may have, gone through a lot of heartache or situations with different friends, relationships, that type of thing. And you're your own anchor now. You may not be ready to give, your love to somebody else at this stage of your life because you're trying to give to yourself and pour into yourself. And for some of you, I do see somebody coming through. So let's see what our Spirit has for you guys. Quartz crystal may be really significant to some of you. You may be using a quartz crystal. To have a quartz crystal with you at this time would be really good. You would really benefit from that. It will also keep you grounded. The next card that came out was the Emperor. I make empowered choices. Look how grounded he looks sitting there on that concrete slab. So yeah, you guys are very grounded. You really know where you're going in your life now. A lot of you know your purpose and you know what it is that you want to do. And this is giving you a lot more confidence. And with that, like I said, for a lot of you are ready for a partner. You are ready to find love. This is really good energy because, you're making empowered choices. You're doing the right thing according to, your life purpose now. And that's what you're following. You may be making empowered choices at work because we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is someone of authority. You may own your own business. You may work from home. There's different things that you might do, and you may be making empowering choices in regards of your career, your future. What else do we have? The King of Swords. Okay. I trust my ability to make strategic decisions. Everything is about pouring into yourself, being your own anchor, being grounded, making empowered choices. And now we have strategic decisions. So is there something that you need to be strategic about? This may, for some of you, this may have something to do with your health. Because it's the King of Swords, so it could be a doctor related, something like that. And you're making choices about that. For a lot of you, there's butterflies here, so that does talk about, transformation. I see feathers here, white feathers. But I feel as if you're making strategic choices about the things that you need to do, like the Emperor here. These choices may have something to do with relationships because we have the King of Cups. And, there may be something in a relationship that it's not that you're bringing it to an end. You may be for a lot of you, but it's more that you're being more strategic about a relationship. Now, this doesn't have to be a love relationship or romantic. This could have something to do with friends. And you're being very strategic about how you work around that. You may have to lay the law down here, and let people know in this friendship or in this relationship, whether it be romantic or otherwise, that, you're not going to stand for certain things. And you may need to set boundaries here with the sword. You could have somebody, the sword's all about your mind. You could have somebody, that's trying to play mind games with you. And the King of Swords is very much like the Queen of Swords, you know, and you may have to be a little cold, you know, and be able to sort of lay down the law. This is what I will stand for and this is what I won't stand for. Maybe somebody's crossed the line here with you. And so you've had to make these empowered choices for the best, because this is what's best for you and the people around you. What else do we have? Okay. We've got the Four of Pentacles. I trust that I'm always safe and protected. The Pentacles is, you know, like I said, maybe you own your own business. For a lot of you are finding financial security now. And with that gives you a sense of protection. You're more grounded. You could be making empowered choices, like I said earlier, with business. You are highly protected, collective. You do have your spirit guides around you. And I do feel that a lot of you are being led by your spirit guides, being led by your intuition. You are following your gut instincts. I do feel with the King of Swords, something may be off. If this is about your health, you know, you may be looking into things more. You know, maybe for some of you, you need to have an operation perhaps, or there's something, you know, it could be something along those lines, and you've made some decisions, and you may have decided not to do that, or you may have decided, you know, you're weighing up the pros and the cons. But I do feel that, you know, this has got to do with, you know, it's strongly about some type of relationship with the cups out here, and you're making some decision about this friendship or romantic relationship. But you need to know that you are protected. Whatever your decision, whatever your empowered decision is, your strategic decision, your empowered choices, you are anchored, you are grounded, and you are protected. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for the collective? Thank you. We got the Ten of Swords here. I see the truth. I see the truth is ending. Wow. So this is about an ending. I did say earlier with the King of Swords, you might not be ending something, but you may be just making some strategic decisions in regards to this friendship or this relationship that's happening here with the King of Cups. But something is ending, okay? Something's come to an end. There's been some gossip, backstabbing, that type of stuff has been going on. And you're going to put an end to it. The King of Swords is going to put an end to it. It's going to end. I'm going to get some tarot out on this one and see what we've got. And just see what comes out. You got the Temperance on the bottom. Again, I see that as a guardian angel. A lot of you are earth angels out there. It says, I find clarity through calm. Ooh, so very smooth operators, you collective, you know, you're strategic, you're making empowered choices. The King of Swords is very smooth, okay? He's just going to cut something off at the head. It's going to end whatever it is. So let's get some tarot out and see what's happening here. Interesting. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you resonate with any of these, and hit that notification button if you enjoy these messages. Okay, let's see what we have. What do we have for the collective, please, Spirit? We've got two cards come out here. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands. You know, I feel as if this relationship that you've been having seems to be like a uphill battle. Now, this may have started off as a love relationship for some of you. It may now start off as a friendship. Or it still could be a friendship. Look, it's going to be different for everybody. So I'm just going to say relationship, okay? So that I don't have to keep going over that. But, you know, because it will be different for everybody. But I just feel as if this has been an uphill battle and you're ready for a new beginning now. You know, we don't want to have relationships or friendships, whatever it is, with people where, you know, it's an uphill battle, okay? We want to be able to, you know, feel comfortable. We want to be able to know that, you know, everybody feels like they're on the same page. You know, obviously, you know, it's great if you can find people that are on the same frequency as you. And you'll know that because you'll feel comfortable. You'll know in your gut that that's, you know, they're the right people. Sometimes we find friends and we have relationships with people, and then we find out down the end people show their true colors and they're just not who you think they are. But you're looking for a new beginning. You're not willing to keep doing this, and it seems like this relationship has been hard work. This could have been a friend or a partner who, you know, you were giving so much and you weren't getting a lot back. Also, pick up for some of you, this could be, you know, somebody who maybe gave you a lot, but, you know, it was sort of like too good to be true, and then you found out something about these people or this person. It's also what I pick up there. That's unusual. I don't normally shuffle a card like that. Yeah, I was going to say with this one too here, with the Ace of Wands, this could be, I don't know, this is giving some type of sexual type, you know, this could have been somebody who was just very lustful and wanted to, you know, it's like they had another agenda, perhaps, and you've just found that out. Whatever this is, you're putting an ending to it. That was the King of Wands, and now we have the Chariot here. You know, I don't think you really care either way. You're not about to let anybody, you've been through so much in your life, collective, and you're not about to let anybody come and, you know, mess up the apple cart. I don't know what the saying is, but you know where I'm going with this. You're just not. No one's going to be able to come into your life and just fuck things up. You know, you're not going to let that happen. And, you know, and especially if you're somebody who have family, children, that type of thing, you're not going to let friends just come in and do what they want or treat you a certain way, perhaps even treat your kids a certain way. You're not going to let that happen, regardless of who it is. And this is why, you know, we have this King of Swords here, because you're about to bring this to an end. Now, this may have been a friendship or a partnership that was going really well. It could have been a partnership in business, because we've got the Pentacles here. It may have been, and we've got the Wands. That's possible too for some of you. But you're forging ahead. You're just cutting things down in front of you. Just like, don't get in my way. I'm on my Chariot and I'm moving forward. And that's what you're going to do. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Did somebody have you in a third party? Now, this could just involve you, two other friends, you, a couple, you know, one guy, two other girls, two guys, one girl, whatever. But either somebody broke your heart, collective, or you're about to break somebody's heart. Whatever it is, you're not, You're not putting up with it. You're not doing it any longer. I feel as if these people or this person has taken up so much of your time that you've had to get back on track. Maybe you had your head up in the clouds a little bit, and you wasn't focusing on your own reality. You know, when you have a routine, there's things that you do. People come into your life and they distract you, disrupt things, and you just think, I can do this. You know what I mean? I can focus on both. I can do this. I feel as if these people or this person has done this, and you're coming back to yourself now and saying, you know what? This has gone on for too long. I've been like this for a few months, or for some of you, this could have been years. But you're making empowered decisions. You're making a decision on this, and you're not going back with the Chariot here. You're not going back. You're forging forward. Yeah. Like I said, you've been through a lot. Okay. Yeah, you've been through a lot, and you're putting the boundaries in here. You're willing to go to battle. It doesn't matter. You're willing to go. Look at him with the sword here. Okay, absolutely. You're willing to go to battle. Okay, to have your peace of mind, to be able to have your pentacles, to be able to have your safety and protection, to be able to feel financially, emotionally, whatever it is, to feel safe, to not have to worry about anybody playing mind games with these swords here. Yeah, King of Wands. So there's a lot of fire energy here, okay? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. What else have we got here? We've got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Knight of Wands. Somebody wants to come in, but again, whoever this is that wants to come in, this is very sexual energy with the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands. This is somebody who's not very stable. They may not be very stable in their home life. For some of you, this is past, present, future. This is somebody that lives at a distance from you. For some of you, this person could even live in another state. You feel juggled by this person. Whoever this person is, they've tried to take control, very slowly try to take control of your life, okay? This could be somebody that you have children with, for some of you. But they've tried to very slowly take control of your life. By juggling you. You're trying to juggle your finances as well. But with these Four of Pentacles here, it's looking good. I think for most of it, your focus is more about yourself. Okay, making sure that you're okay, making sure that you've got peace of mind, and the people that are closest to you, and looking after them. Especially if you have people that are codependent on you. And when I say codependent, I don't mean codependent. Well, you may. I didn't say that for no reason. You may have somebody who's dependent on you, and that's why you're cutting this off. Okay, but if you have people that are dependent is the word I was looking for, on you, okay, and you're trying to look after them in a good way, you know, you may be juggling your finances and things and trying to get everything right. You got 2 cards here. Ooh, we actually got 3. Look at that. Look at all those cards that came out. They're beautiful. Sensational. So we've got us the strength card. Yes, you have the strength to do this. You may feel a little, you know, because you need to cut some type of friendship or relationship off. You may feel, you know, you didn't really know how you could do this or where to start with this, but you're starting off with making those empowered choices, okay, and doing what's best for you. That's where you're starting from. That's your foundation, okay, and with that you have the strength card. Then what you're doing is you're making strategic choices. Yes, the cup is out here, which is about emotions, but you're detaching, okay, because you've woke up to something. There's something that you've realized, and you're in this King of Swords energy, and you're like, no. Look, there's a possibility that the person that you were dealing with may have been very cold. But in order for you to cut this off and end this, you know, it takes a lot of strength, and you've done it because it says here, I see the truth in this ending. I'm telling you, whatever it is, you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be celebrating something. Hey, it could be, you could be celebrating anything. This could be anything that you could be celebrating. It may not even be related to this. But I see 3 people here very happy. Okay, there's something that's going to be celebrated. And the other card that came was the Magician, which does come out a lot for you guys. The Magician, of course, because, you know, you're manifesting the things that you want to do. You're bringing whatever this is into reality. You're sitting down, you're making the choices, you're understanding the emotions and the feelings in it, but you're still doing what it is that you need to do, because that's the truth. Regardless of how it makes you feel or how it may make somebody else feel, it's the truth. And you see the truth, and that's what you're ending it, because you understand the truth in this, and you're bringing that to reality. And like everything in your life, you know, you are the magician. You can bring anything into reality, but this is something that has to come to an end. Because if you don't, and you know, if you don't, it's gonna play with your emotions. Okay, if anything, it may just keep upsetting you if you don't end it. But it's like, because I do see people playing mind games here, but that's why you've had to sort of be cold, if you like, because you had to end something that was not good for you. It wasn't good for you. It wasn't good for the people that were around you, and you had to put it to an end, and you had to detach in order to do that. Oh, interesting. Let's get some cosmic oracle out. I'll do a few of these, and I'll end the reading on these cards here, these beautiful cards here. Hit that like button, guys, if you resonate with any of this. What do we have for the collective? Yeah, Be still. Like I said, you're a smooth operator. Okay, when it comes to this, you're going to just cut this off. I know I said, you're cold and it sounds as if you're just going to cut it off cold. But, you're going to be very strategic about it. And, you may be even telling these people or this person exactly what the truth is. And they're not going to have anything to say about it because they're going to know that what you're saying is right. And that's why this has to end. After this, you may go into a bit of a hermit mode because you'll need time to reflect on things. You may have been told something and you're gonna need time to reflect on that. You may have heard from somebody else. You may have got some type of information. And you've had to put that to an end, but upon doing that, you've had to sort of get into hermit mode and reflect on that. Or this could have been you beforehand. You may have already gone into hermit mode, and this is how you've come up with these strategic decisions and this empowerment, this empowered choice that you need to make for yourself. Because remember, collective, you're all about pouring into yourself, knowing yourself on a soul level. And, and this nonsense just isn't going to fly. Time out. Time out. Get into nature, guys, that will really help. Somewhere maybe by a river. I don't see a river here, but I'm just saying, normally when we're around water, we feel really calm. But, I see it, there's a tree here and sort of like a rainbow going over the tree. But it does say time out. You're going to need to take time to yourself if you haven't done it already. And really slow things down. Things may have been a little hectic lately with all of this, because this is hectic. All right, there's a lot of energy going around here. A lot of different signs here. We've got Leo. We've got everything. But you're gonna need to take that time out. You could be working on something too in business. And or studies, whatever it might be for you, and after that you're going to need to take some time out. Just don't burn yourselves out, guys. Make sure that you do really look after yourself. Take those recharge naps, when you need to recharge. Make sure that you do take that time out for yourself. You can't do everything and be everything, As much as you have a lot of responsibility in the things that you do have to do, but you really need to look after yourself and take that time out. I'm going to pick another card for you guys. And then I'm going to pick an angel card. Why not? Ooh, that's a lot of cards, but I'll take them. We got shine. Yeah. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody come in and take over. You are your own authority, okay, here with the Emperor. Okay? Don't stop shining, guys. Don't let anybody try to dim your light. Doesn't matter where you are. Patience. Compassion. Yeah. Compassion for self. This isn't about anybody else. Like I said, it's about the people that are closest to you, yes. As well as yourself, okay? Everybody involved. But, you have to do what's best for you. And not in an egotistic way, not in a selfish way. Okay. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Can we get a message, please? An angel message for the collective? Thank you. Oh, we got 2 here. We got divine order, yes. By doing this, you're going to balance everything out. You're being guided to do this. And you know what? You may have even been guided by somebody else in your family or somebody who's close to you to do this. And things are going to even out here. It says divine order. Archangel Ragul. I don't know if I'm saying that right, guys, so bear with me. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illustrations and see underlying order. The next card that we got was clear your space. Is this clear your head, guys? Okay, clear the space in your head. Cut this off now. Don't let this rent space in your head. Okay, then you can take that time out and clear your space. This is Archangel Jophiel. Get rid of clutter. Clear the energy around you and use feng shui. So, you know, some of you may be into the feng shui. The other thing is, you know, make sure that you are clearing your energy. If this person's been in your home and things like that, make sure you sage and clean your energy or clear your energy. You can do things like take spiritual baths, spiritual showers, even if you don't have a bath. You know, things like that. You may be just getting rid of clutter in your home as well. It may not be related to this. You may be getting rid of clutter in your home and just clearing out wardrobes, your office space, things like that. It may be related to this. Maybe you're clearing this person's stuff out. You may still be holding on to things that you had when you were with this person or things that this person's given you. You may want to get rid of them and clear them out of your space. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. That's your message from your angels. That's the advice that's given here. You've got the divine order and clear your space. I hope you enjoyed this reading, guys. And I'll see you next time. I'm Mystic from Down Under. Love you guys. See you. Bye.